Okay. Well, first I'm gonna check what you're doing in quick match. Actually, just kind of practicing up. I was curious if you were playing a new hero or something like that. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good one. So this one you got MVP. Oh, I mean this one gets MVP pretty easily, but yeah. But I'm sure you did well though. But we're just gonna go straight into a loss and see if we could potentially have a clear path of trying to win this one, or at least learn stuff about how to win more games in general. Because it's not like you can just straight up always say, I can win this game by doing this. But you know, when we build up all these habits of making games more winnable, then overall, of course, we're gonna win more games. But yeah, pretty good. So I'm just gonna say what I think, you know. So if this is me in the game, so I'm on the healer, and I have a good healer choice, and we also have this one. So it looks pretty cool on healer. Always great to see a Punisher. It's a very strong character. Blade can also be quite strong, and this team up is pretty nice, you know. So he might be a little weaker in terms of his diving because he's got no other dives with him, but you never know how it's going to turn out. Then we have a mag and we have a defensive penny. So these are both like quite good to work with, so pretty cool. And we don't know who's on the other team yet, but we just found out Hulk is. So yeah, it did kind of go down like what I was saying, right? He instantly tried to dive and made himself too vulnerable. Even if you like hard focused healing him there, it would have been tough to keep him alive. So good switch to realize like things are happening behind you. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely a big threat, and you don't want anybody to die right now. So I'm happy with that use of cooldowns. But potentially we can save the Fox and try to lean in on that we have. Whoops. Try to lean in on. Whoops. Where the hell? Try to lean in on that we have this guy and ourselves. So maybe not using the Fox form there. But that's just an extra note because the reality is it's really fucking good to confirm that kill. And using the Fox form is very useful. And it's a 15-second timer. I just don't know if you're going to use it later. You know, I haven't used this character that much. So basically, you got shot once by the Hawkeye, and you're basically you're still right in line with him. So to me, that's like instantly not what I would do. I would immediately be just not being in his vision because it's just a risk, right? Not only can he one-shot me, but I'm less than half health, and there we go. So to get a better you know, to really put this into our system of like how this is happening, we'll just go ahead and watch it. Right, so and then on his screen, it's going to look quite a bit cleaner than this. There's not going to be all the health bars, and they're not going to be seeing that. Well, he will actually be seeing that, but I don't know. He could probably see you really well, though. A lot better than this replay looks. So he was already specifically aiming at you for a while. So that kind of clues you in on how these Hawkeye players play the game. Yeah. Keep doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and slow it down because this is like super obvious point of like we basically never need to make this mistake again. So the second that I hear that and feel that, I know that was a Hawkeye shot. So I'm instantly clued in that I'm going to go right here as just like my very first action to stay safe immediately. Because I don't even know, you know, how long it's gonna be till I get heals, right? So I'm vulnerable in general, but specifically the Hawkeye has an excellent chance of killing me. And so this is exactly what Hawkeye players like. So he uses a projectile shot So when I'm going back and forth like this, he's actually watching me do that. So when he watches me do this 3 times in a row, and then he's holding his shot, and then when I come this way and I'm coming back this way, then he releases his shot, knowing that I'm going to do the same pattern I was just doing. So I think he missed the shot there, right? And then he got that one. So he kind of picked up on your pattern, and you stayed completely in his vision, and he got you pretty quick. So it's a fantastic learning moment. Yeah, Hawkeye. Hawkeye overall is not going to be that strong. But, you know, you have to play specifically with Hawkeye in mind every time, because you don't want to die to him. Okay, that's great to see. We're like the winning team. And now we've traded, though. We lost the tank. So we went tank for tank. Oh, really nice. Let's jump back in the fight like that. And yeah, he got overloaded. So it's kind of like, just to kind of review real quick. Whoa. Like, that's kind of bad on him. Like, he either should have been ready to do that already, or he should have gone that way. Kind of got surrounded by enemies when he probably could have avoided it. But that's fine. So this is the situation we're in. And we've lost our blade as well. So that's cool. So basically we don't need to stay alive longer. But I do support the like switching to Fox mode and going for a kill, as well as just getting damage for all charge. So I mean, it's fine to pick up the health back or whatever, but we actually don't. We have no chance of winning, of living, because once they popped in with Hawkeye and then other people came. I mean, we could potentially, this character could use the shield to get out, but we're not gonna have that option in time. But yeah, so everything was good except I just want to say, there's no reason to stay alive there. So now they've made. When we're keeping track of like what's happening in the game, so now they have done this, right? They have done a full team wipe, and they've won the team fight, and the ultimates are going to be coming in soon. That's the other thing we know. They haven't pushed the cart that far. They also don't have somebody on the cart, so they left a little time. But these are some smaller details. But either way, it hasn't been pushed that far, so we have a great opportunity to make another team fight and see what happens. So that's another liability. I mean, what is he doing? We can actually just check out his perspective here. So he died early in the last game, and he comes out guns blazing, even though both the healers just died. So he's got no healer, no chance of being healer, no chance of being healed. He's looking at almost the entire team when he comes out. And what does he do? He presses on. He goes straight forward. So I mean, this is massively bad gameplay. I don't mind that. You went straight. That's, I think, a good healing instinct. Like I said, I didn't play tons of healers. You know that you have a healer coming up behind, so you didn't get distracted by this guy, and you went straight for the tank. So that's pretty cool to see it. Nice. Yeah, we are vulnerable to Hawkeye as well, just to be aware of that. It's not like we need to change a lot about our gameplay right now. And also, he's got multiple targets, and he's got pressure. Nice. So then we picking up on that he killed the Hawkeye, and we just had our Penny die. That's a big deal. So he did that in a terrible spot. So, but the thing about that ultimate is it's really strong, and if he's using it in an environment where he can kill the enemy team, yeah, I mean, I'm doing everything to heal him. So I would have liked to see the second we saw his ultimate go, we can push over here, try to do as much healing as possible on him. Potentially he stays alive at least for another second, maybe gets a kill. But we don't want to, you know, way overdo it and then die ourselves. But yeah, I mean, another, you know, reckless what do we call that? Overextension. But we are holding them though, so it's going pretty well with us 2 healers right here in the mag. And we had some success earlier on. It's not bad. So it definitely was risky. You know, somebody could have caught you there, potentially. I mean, probably not, like, at this rank. You know what I mean? You got to work with what the other team's giving you. So I think it's probably fine. But I was thinking more like using the right click on him rather than going with the full shift. But again, if it works in the lobby, it works in the lobby. Just bringing that up. Nice, very nice. Basically got him. Nice to push out and come back, you know, basically tank gameplay. So you used your ultimate early. Which I think is fine. But we can expect that to now have to deal with their ultimates a lot. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just not the expert healer, so I don't know what to do. But probably not the best idea to do an early ultimate there. But potentially, if you get like multiple team kills there, it could be very good because then you're bringing the time down. Yes, they triple ulted, quadruple ulted, whatever. And they got it in nice and handy. So yeah, that was rough for sure. But yeah, I think it ultimately would have been better to hold on to the healing ultimate until that big fight that happened, and better our chances. But we didn't have much chance, to be honest. Once he used this, I don't think our team is really gonna deal with that fully. So we are kind of struggling due to our team. So I'm going to tell you right now, this is really bad positioning. I don't like what I'm seeing at all. Okay, not bad. I mean, excellent save. Excellent save. Not only did you do dive, you could have potentially got a kill there with a bit more single target focus, but also, yeah, using your fox form was enough to heal you. You know, they definitely could have killed you, but they didn't. And then you had a nice save to get out of here, and now we're starting from here. But yeah, basically, to review that though, so basically you came out of this spawn after the cart already went to the end, and then you went through here, kind of like normal, like as if it's still the last point, and you went through here and you hid right here. So I mean, it's definitely not good. Like I said, I mean, the chance of you dying is just way too high, especially once you get to diamond and stuff like that. I mean, potentially I think this character is used for dive sometimes, so there's like some potential there, but not really. But yeah, basically you want to, if you can utilize this spawn still and just turn around and come out here, and then you would join them back from here. This is where you would start.